Well, happening now, firefighters in the Gila are doing everything they can to protect the town of Kingston. They've been out all night long trying to find out exactly how much the fire has grown since yesterday. Right now, it's about 19,000 acres and flames have ripped into the west end of Kingston, but thankfully, they have not done any damage to homes or buildings so far. Firefighters on the ground have been able to start containment lines, and helicopters are still dropping water where they can. Today, people in the area could get 2 updates on the fire. One meeting is at 10 this morning at the Hillsborough Community Center, then another is at 6 tonight at the Roundup Lodge in San Lorenzo. And here's some good news about the Joroso fire in the Pecos. Infrared mapping shows this fire has burned fewer acres than originally thought. It is now 3,500 acres, not the 8,000 firefighters thought last night. The fire is burning in an area of dead trees. There is still an awful lot of fuel in this area. All trails leading to the Pecos Wilderness from the Carson National Forest are now closed. And a new wildfire is now burning about 10 miles north of Ocate. Lightning started the White Peak fire yesterday. It's already burned more than 850 acres in less than a day. The fire is burning out of control on private land. It is threatening 3 buildings right now. It is 5:02 now this morning. Meteorologist Kristen Van Dyke is back here as you've been for the last week and a half since these fires started. You're tracking the weather with them, and I think the big thing we got to look at is that silver fire in the wind direction, right?
Yeah, that's right, because we have to worry about the fire getting blown into town, and so you don't want a westerly wind. And basically, we've had this moisture coming in from the east, but the moisture kind of ends like right there where the Kingston area is, and so you have that fluctuation as things heat up. You can have the winds become a little bit more westerly, and then when the moisture comes in, the winds become more easterly, meaning they come from the east. That's a good thing when it comes from the east, but when it becomes more westerly, that's when it is a little bit more of a concern, and so we're going to see that kind of oscillating wind there. But the good news is that at least the winds won't be too strong. We're going to see variable winds at about 10 to 15 miles an hour. Temperature wise, mainly right around 90, upper 80s to low 90s. It won't be as hot, but we will see the chance for more storms. Of course, the moisture will be a good thing, but the winds from the storms can be a lot gustier than 10 to 15 miles an hour, and that can make the fire spread a little more erratically. So moisture-wise, doing a lot better. Rain will certainly help, but the wind, that will be the main concern with the fires for today. Wind speeds right now, mainly 5 to 10 mile an hour winds. The winds are very, very light out there right now, and the humidity is up. In fact, for the folks battling the fires up in the northern part of the state, the firefighters there, they're getting some beneficial moisture to work with, maybe even a few more showers as we go into the afternoon. And then, of course, out east, you even get even more moisture out that way. So the moisture is here. It's not going to be here forever, though. I'll have the details on how long it's sticking around coming up in a bit.
And because of the extremely high fire danger, sales of restrictions of fireworks in Albuquerque now in effect. This means certain fireworks are banned, cannot be sold. This includes firecrackers, fireworks that fly, and those chasers. Basically, this is anything that shoots up or out. The city has already banned using these fireworks, and now it's making sure people don't have a way of buying them. And some other news this morning at 5:04. A judge will decide how much UNM should pay a family in Albuquerque for its land. The lots that the university wants are off Sunshine Terrace, just south of Cesar Chavez near I-25. UNM thinks the land is worth about $1 million, but the family has turned down the university's previous offers. Now the family has agreed to let UNM take over the land and let a judge decide how much it's worth. UNM plans on using the land for stadiums and athletic fields. The university has been working to develop this area for years. Well, UNM Med School is getting a good grade, especially when it comes to rural medicine. According to U.S. News and World Report, the school ranks 2nd in the whole country for rural medicine. It also ranked very highly in primary care, coming in at 19th. Those rankings are all out of the 126 accredited medical schools all across the country. A disturbing new report to tell you about now. It shows an alarming number of students in one school district near Albuquerque have tried to kill themselves. Rio Rancho Public Schools surveyed about 500 students at the district's 3 high schools and 2 of its middle schools, and it shows 1 in every 12 high schoolers tried to kill him or herself. Now, for middle schoolers, it was 1 in 17. According to the Rio Rancho Observer, the board says that while some students may not have taken the study seriously, it does show the district can do better dealing with mental health issues. Albuquerque police are now on the hunt for 2 people who shot at a man yesterday, putting him in the hospital in critical condition. This happened on Cole near Ash about 4:30 last night. Police say the man who was shot may not survive. and they say the other two involved in the shooting left the area, possibly in a black Ford Edge SUV. Police are still investigating. Well, the father accused of leaving his baby in a hot car for hours was in court yesterday. Police say Erica Garcia left her son with his dad, Juan Flores, Monday afternoon. Hours later, she returned and the parents realized the baby was still in the car. He had a stroke and seizures and was still in critical condition the last we heard. Flores, investigators say, admitted to using heroin on Monday, is now charged with child abandonment resulting in death or great bodily harm. His bond still set at $150,000. Investigators need your help to find a missing woman from New Mexico who could be a danger to herself and others. Karen Lieberman was last seen at her house in Cuesta on June 11th. The Department of Public Safety says she may be on her way to Lone Pine, California. If you've seen her or know where she might be, please call state police. Well, the city of Albuquerque is planning to use trash to heat water at the Metro Detention Center. The city is partnering with the Bernalillo County to send methane gas produced by rotting garbage at the dump to the jail. A 2-mile pipeline will ship the gas to power boilers to heat water to be used for showers and cleaning. The measure keeps the city from having to burn off as much gas and saves the jail electricity.
The exciting part is we're at the very beginning of our gas generation. So we should have gas generation increasing every year for almost the next 100 years. In which case there's future plans, potential future plans at the county to actually start generating electricity.
The county predicts there's enough gas to run the project for at least 100 years, and that, as you can imagine, is an awful lot.